all soon. I'm just trying to get set up, and I think I need to raise my camera a little bit. So it takes a while before people come in, but hopefully you can see me. Let me alter my camera just a tad because I'm a little bit low. So let's, see how I go. Whoops, why is that not sticking in there? Right. Let me have a look. Hang on. My camera won't stay in now. There we go. Because I don't want to lose my camera. There you go. Sort of. Well, you got me. So, hello Leah, lovely to see you. And today I'm actually not taking big readings, so we're using my Divination Divided book, and I'm using my coins. Now, my personal coins actually are cat ears, but the normal coins have a pocket watch or the clock on the back of them. So I'm using Divination Divided. So if you've got a question, be my guest and throw a question at me. We'll have a look at the book, or we can just do a random flick. I'll explain what this book is, by the way. This I called it several years ago, 2022 now. Gosh, where's time going? And I called it Divination Divided. And it's actually a split book. And you can flick a page for this. You can flick a page to that. It's mix and match. And on the backs of each page, you can see, it's actually blank. And the reason I've left them blank is so you can actually write in your own readings as well. So, and I've written in some there as well. And like I said, it's great because if you've got them all filled in there as well as there, I actually calculated it with a friend, and it is 4,620 different readings that we can get out of one book. Yeah, so we're going to have a look. So Leah wants a reading. You're the only one here. So let's have a look at the week ahead. And I'm just going to do a random flick, and I'm just going to choose this side. We'll blank out that side. What can I use to blank out? Hang on. No, not that. I'll just use a tissue. That'll do. So we don't get confused. Yeah. So, your weekly, we've got here, why do you feel so overwhelmed? How do you let go of the feelings? What pleasant surprises are in store? What should you keep and what should you let go? So it's very loud. Okay. What should you let go? There we go. So, why do you feel so overwhelmed? Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, yeah, it does let me zoom in. I didn't know that. I've learned something new. Sword there, why do you feel overwhelmed? Sword is difficulties, painful. It can mean, though, where you may feel hurt. Sword too is also a loss of power. And so feelings, things when getting on top of you there, I'd look at the sword and say something or some situation or someone sometimes has probably zapped a bit of your power. So how do we let go of it? Oh, I love it with the eagle, because the eagle literally means grab whatever it is that's making you feel this way and literally run with it, because eagle means seize opportunities that are around you and be ruthless. So I know that sounds mean. What pleasant surprises in store? Ring is beautiful, and when we're talking about things about personal self, ring there is what's the most precious commodity to you is actually you. So what pleasant surprises, ring, good things will come out of this when you literally let go of some of the feelings. What should you keep? Dragon, keep your power base flying. And dragon is really good because it literally means don't be afraid of anything, grab the wing of the dragon, fly freely, because it's a beautiful sign of keeping your power. What should you let go? You've got the mermaid. And the mermaid there would tell me, let go of anything you are indecisive about. Sometimes they can actually be people as such. Mermaids, they're learning to trust. So what should you let go? If anyone there is or situations you do not trust, piss them off. Let them go. It's like bye-bye Felicia, as they say. So I hope that helps a wee bit. So thanks, Leah, for joining me on there. We've got Deb Simons. Hello, Deb. Hi, Wilma. Fervent. My question is, Lynn a good friend? She told a white lie. Isn't a bad one. Okay, we'll see what the book comes up. So, like I said, I'm using my divination divider. Okay. All right, let's use this side. Where'd my tissue go? Whoops. Hang on, I'll get a bit of plastic. Might be better because I can cover up the ones we don't need. Okay. Energy of this situation. Now I'm using my coins here today. Like I said, my coins have cat ears, but the normal ones have a pocket watch on the back. The energy of the situation. How do you feel? How does she feel? And what's the next step forward? What can you change? What can't you? Is there anything underlying? And outcome. So, energy of the situation, we've got book. Books there would tell me literally where you've probably shut down. Energy there is, and closed books all the more. It's almost like not up for discussion, feeling a little flat. And again, it's like information that you have found out or discovered. How do you feel? You've actually got the tunnel. Tunnel there would tell me, though, step out of the darkness and into the light. Because a tunnel means where you're probably pulled back. But it is a light source at the end of the tunnel. So it would tell me, though, yes, you're feeling probably betrayed or in something like that. But the tunnel would tell me, step into the light. So I'd look at that and say, be the bigger person. How does the other party feel? Grave there would literally tell me she feels shitful. Sorry. Because the grave is, she's feeling heavy. She's probably feeling like, oh my God, you're going to cut her off and all these other things, because it's like closure. What's the first step, or what's the next step forward? You've got dog, which I'd look at that and say she probably is very much a decent person, but she's just done something that's betrayed you. And I can understand the feelings of where betrayal and loss of trust and something. So next step forward is you learning to trust again with the friendship. What can you change? Ship there means move forward. Ship is a water symbol. And in tea, a ship with water symbols would tell me progress forward slowly on your emotional level. So what can't you change? Key, literally you can't shut the door that has been opened. So it's again about moving forward of what has happened. Are there any underlying influences? Mushroom there would tell me there could still be some things that's going on in the friendship there. And I would look at that and say, two of you need to grow. Outcome, you've got the frog. Frog there would tell me, you be the one to extend the olive branch, because outcome and a frog would tell me, take the leap of faith. And I would say, yes, this has happened, but I don't see here that you are literally cutting off this lady out of your life entirely. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Thank you, Leah. Does Wilma or Deb have any questions? So, like I said, I'm using my Divination Divider book. And it's a 6-inch book, which is really fabulous. And like I'd had this in my mindset for about 20 years, believe it or not. And I kept putting it off thinking, will it work, will it work, will it not? And then I finally put it into place 2022. And being the split book, we can flick a page wherever we need. And on the backs of each page, you've got blank parts to put your own words or your own readings in as well. And when you fill out, like even if you didn't fill out, you got 999 readings as it is. But if you fill this out as well, it actually goes right up to 4,620 different readings and different questions, because you can read that and that, you can read that and that, you can read that one and that one, or that one on its own. So the versatility is pretty amazing. Worm has got a question. Hello, Simone. Best way to handle too much to do for a spinning head. Wow, I do know that feeling well. Yeah. Okay. Well, oh, you've got that page. We actually just did that one. It's interesting. I'm going to keep that, but these here. So, I can't believe we pulled the book. This one with a question mark. I'm actually going to draw a second one on it. And income. Why do you feel so overwhelmed? Again, with the head spinning, and the book there would just tell me you've probably taken on way too many tasks. Book is, again, adventure, discovery. And it might be, yes, all enthusiastic about doing something or wanting to do something, but the book is a closed book, which again would tell me you need a bit of shutdown. It's almost like information overload. How do you let go of these feelings? You've got your question mark, which is like hitting the pause button on a remote. And when I see that there, I'd say, get your finger off the pause button. The tornado there would tell me time to declutter the process, because again, tells me remove the clutter and the self-doubt and questioning thoughts. Are there any obstacles to be aware of? You've got the eagle. Eagle there would tell me again, as an obstacle would be what people can or are trying to control or tell you what to do, because eagle is very powerful. And obstacles as very powerful there would tell me two things. Is there too many bosses, too many cooks trying to tell you what to do? And it's also then again people taking advantage of you. Outcome or advice, you got the ring. Always remember, darling, you are the gold and the diamonds. You're not the brass and the cubic zirconia. Because ring is literally, what is your self-worth? Who is the most precious commodity? Next, we're going to draw another one. Your moon. So it tells me here your emotions are the most precious commodity here, which remembers, continue your cycle that you are important, you are of value, and know that your emotions are of important and valuable. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Yeah, how this school backpack was. In these days, they just carry laptops. I've got two grandsons, and one in high school, one in primary, and they carry laptops. But they still actually have to have some books, which surprises me in this electronic age. Hello, Eliana. Sorry, I've probably got that wrong. I'd like to know, why has CT been distant? Also, is it true he felt bamboozled? Yeah. I'll come to you, Eliana. I'm sorry if I've stuffed that up. I'm really not good. One for including in the movement. Yeah, Torno makes sense. Yeah, so interesting. So, Eliana, I probably really balls that up, so do let me know. Why has CT been distant? Right, okay, let's flick. Right, what have we got here? Don't go this side. So, one is the goal, so it tells us more about the topic. What do we need to do in order to succeed in this relationship? Obstacles about this, advice, short-term and long-term. So I'll bring that up so you can see it. Right. Okay. Obstacles, you may have advice, short-term, and long-term. Question mark again. I'm just going to draw a second one. Sorry, I'll come and read these. Hopefully you can see these a bit. I've got, hang on, move that up there. Sorry, just so I'm in camera frame so you don't miss them. One is the subject matter. Cat there is about trust, and it's an interesting one there because the person CT pulling back, look at that and say, is it that you that's not trusting CT? Cat there is literally relax, use all that beautiful female energy you have, and sit and observe a little while. It's like think and contemplate. What do you need to do in order? Eagle there would tell me again, approach the situation. Eagle will sit back on the sidelines for a while before it will find its prey, and then it will swoop in to grab it. So as far as an eagle goes, what you need to do, I would say assess the situation before you jump in too fast. And it's like, no knee-jerk reactions. Obstacles you got face. Bird there is about communication. It's a chatter symbol, which means the obstacles are literally in the communication. Advice, chair there. Again, sit, contemplate the situation. As far as approaching with the chair there would tell me take it on a very gentle approach rather than anything too drastic or too harsh. Short-term future, you got the angel, and that's a beautiful symbol. You never ever see negative with angel. Angel, again, would literally mean trust the process of what the universe or spirit is guiding you. Long-term future, though, you've got question mark and mushroom. Question mark, this being you as the what we call sitter or querent, would tell me you're not feeling super confident in the situation, and your mushroom there would tell me allow some downtime before you can flourish. But your long term there would still tell me, is it you that actually backs away from CT? Because looking at this would tell me you are probably the one that weighs up the situation, thinks, nah, not worth the energy. So I'm not sure if CT is a friendship working or a relationship potential, but there would just tell me, sit, assess the situation. Is it worthy for you? Because communication is an obstacle. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Yeah. Yes, I know. My grandsons are just gorgeous. I've got young Campbell, who is 15, and young Nate, who is 9, and they're growing up so fast. Young Campbell's, I'm only 5 foot tall, so 5 foot nothing, and he's close to 6 foot or probably more now, and Nate is probably the same height or taller than me now, so very big. Oh, good, you do let me know. Oh, good, I'm saying thank you, I didn't stuff it up. I'm really bad at names and pronunciation. Yes, you'll have to show me the eagle, Wilma. Yeah, so... but yeah, like I said, this is a great book. Like I said, even with just these, without filling in the blanks, we've got, like I said, 900 combinations. I've nearly filled all of this in. You get the blank backs, and like you've got them printed this side, and then you can add in your own. And the beauty is by adding in your own, I'm trying to find another blank one. A lot of people say, how do we work out what questions and things you want? You might even have a favourite book or a tarot spread, and you could even say, even into ChatGPT now with AI so prevalent, you could put, say, ask me 5 questions or give me 5 question topics of a career reading or such. So you can actually fill them in like that. Or say you have a book or online, Pinterest and whatnot of different tarot spreads, and you think that's a really great question when they say, what drives my ambition? Write it in your boxes and create your spreads. So it's really simple, really, really simple. Yeah, so it isn't worthy for you. So thanks for letting me know, Eliana, because it's interesting there. Yeah, so worms there and decide which ones you want to add to the book. It's a good idea. So like I said, I've filled in a lot. And like this one's page 11, so that would be page 31. That's the, where am I? Page 11? No, 22. Hang on. Where am I? Because I've got them in, yeah, the 22. Sorry, not 22, 30, 31, 39. Yeah, I can't remember now. But anyway, I wrote them in, so that's one page. So this here, you got 3 boxes, and I've written in the 3 boxes there. And same here, that has 3 boxes, and I've written the 3 boxes. So I formed these as one reading. But like I said, you can either read one if you want, or you could read those two, them. It's completely versatile. So, and it's a fabulous little book. Appreciative in You, I love the name. How my spouse is feeling about our marriage. Okay, let's have a random flick. Right. Okay, let's have a look at this side. Let me bring that up the screen. I'm using my coins today. Should I? Now, when we've got a should I ... whatever coin comes out will be its topic. Interesting. What needs changing? Oh, it's interesting you've got the Man. I'm actually going to draw another one on that when they're a person. What needs changing if you get no? How to get back on track? What might be the cause of the issue? What will bring harmony and balance? Interesting one about marriage. Chair there, number one. Should I? Chair there would tell me two things. Should you sit, relax, and assess the situation? But chair also, when you're talking about marriage, is should I vacate the chair? Because chair is about comfort and you sitting in comfort. So there would tell me, is this where you need to look at and assess the situation? The fact that you're obviously still feeling connected in the marriage, but you're uncertain of him, the chair would tell me, sit and contemplate it, assess it in its reality. What needs to changing to get a yes? Well, you've got Man there, which is obviously husband. The Eagle there would tell me, approach it very, very gently, because Eagle can be very blunt, very harsh, and a little bit too controlling. And when I look at it there, I would say, approach this subject matter with him very carefully. Don't argue, number one. What needs changing if you get no? Well, there would just tell me it's not a no. But your tunnel would also mean start looking at where you are now and where you want to be, where you want to go. Because tunnel means step out of the shadows into the light. And down here, how do we get back on track? The frog there would tell me, take the leap of faith. It literally means change. And if things are bad, frog would tell me, things will jump or turn to good. And when we say back on track there, it would tell me, again, land softly, reach out. It's like in a marriage there would tell me, again, extend the olive branch, approach it. What might have been cause of the issue? When you've got a grave, it tells me it's like same old past problems that come up. Grave is, again, pain, suffering, sorrow. But the good thing with a grave is it means past, not future. So there would tell me past issues are yesterday. It's not tomorrow. What will bring harmony and balance? When you've got a camel there, means putting in the hard work. It means going the extra mile. Camel is very persistent. And it's literally think you're riding a camel through the desert and you want to get to the next town or the oasis. It literally will not fail. It means persist on the journey. Do not stop. And when I say what to bring harmony and balance in a marriage, the camel there would tell me, keep working on it. So you haven't got here the sword. Sword would have told me, dead duck in the water. So, but I look at this and say, past issues are a problem. You do need to look further. Where are you heading in this marriage? And again, don't bring up the past. Like if he's been shitful 2 years ago, last month, it's like you can't change the past. We can change the future. So there would just tell me, address the future, not the past. So I hope that helps. He does not like aggressiveness. Yeah, so it's like you're having to, it's almost like treat him like a 3-year-old toddler, where it's like handling with gentle and nurturing. Yeah, so hello Annie, lovely to see you. But yeah, I would say approach him with very gentle gloves, like they say kid gloves. And it's almost like how would you deal with an angry toddler? or a toddler who's not communicating gently, very, very gently. So work with your up-leveling in the coming weeks. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm sick of seeing that one. It keeps coming up. Sick of seeing that one. Let's grab here. Okay. Let's have a look. What does the universe want you to know? In what way should we manifest it? How do we learn to trust this from a divine source? That's very interesting because Annie is a reader. What can you change? What can't you change? What underlying influence and outcome? Right. Come here. Oh, very cute. Great. Gosh, it's interesting how many symbols are coming out when I'm mixing through them all. All right. What does the universe want you to know? That's actually really good to see the dog, because it literally means good, loyal people, and in your line of business would tell me you've got really good audience, good, loyal followers, that what you need. Let me just have a look. Guidance on the work at up-leveling. Yeah. So there would again tell me approach it gently, with friendliness, and yeah, it tells me there you've got really good, loyal people. In what way should we manifest it? You've actually got the castle. Castle literally means rise and rise high. And it just means take the baby steps in order to succeed. Castle's a very successful symbol though. So it would tell me what you are up-leveling will be good. How do you learn to trust it? Tree. You've got growth. Tree is your foundation in family, because it literally means allow yourself to grow. And learning to trust that from a divine source, tree is again growth and family. So it's a nice one. It's your foundations are strong, and those three there would tell me loyalty, success with good foundation. What can you change? Bird there would tell me how you communicate it. And if you're doing something, you're adding to your business, bird there would tell me literally advertising, marketing, spruiking as such. What can't you change? Grave, the past. Sorry, I've got a cat that thinks she's a peacock and she's carrying on like a pork chop in the background. What can't you change? The grave. You can't change the past. Let that shit go. It's not worth it. Are there any underlying influences? Eagle there in business or in, again, with your work, that would just tell me be cautious of ruthless competitors. And that is, again, people who overpower you. So outcome, you've got the mouse. And the mouse, I know everyone sees mouse as a problem and vermin as such. But outcome with a mouse would tell me think smart, think clever on how you're going to be seen. And there would tell me don't hide. I'm just going to have a look and see. Oh, butterfly is beautiful. So again, beautiful changes. So think smart, think clever on how you do it. Mouse is extremely family orientated. People don't realise that, and they're very, very clever. So I'd look at it again, outcome. Be seen, don't just hide away from it. I'd say flaunt it everywhere, because butterfly is beautiful. Hope that helps a wee bit, darling. So that's all right, appreciative in you. I love the name, that's really great. So yeah, ChatGPT, Wilma, is brilliant for filling in things like these, because like I said, you've got 7 positions there. So you could say, put into ChatGPT, give me a reading of 7 interesting questions. It's how you enter the prompts. Put in there and say, give me 7 interesting questions that's really going to work for me in career or in love or in making decisions, or what spirit wants me to know. Anything like that, and you can ask it and say, I want 7 profound questions. And ChatGPT is really good for stuff like that. So, and again, there's one for 6 questions. So 6 questions. There you've got 7 again. So, and again, once you've done those, when you've got your words, you can then go that and that if you want, that and that one, or that and whatever you fill in. And like I said, one walk. you end up with, like I said, when you fill them in, I sat there and counted it with my friend Zula, and we worked out 4,620 questions. So it would take you a lifetime probably to get through all of those. Yeah, so hello Simone. Anything on your healing journey? Let's have a look. So, whoops, hang on. Current situations, what's the obstacles, what you're having? Let me have a look. I'm going to go right here. Yeah. No, so I'm going to go left. Let's do one of the ones I've written in. So, on your healing situation, you want to take flight. Who or what beneath my wings? What clips your wings? So what hold you back? Obstacles, future advice, and outcomes. Really simple. Right. Oh, nice big one there. Advice and outcome. Okay, put them there. Situation to take flight. You've got house. House there literally means breaking out of the box you're in. Think of a house like a box, literally. And the situation there with the box would tell me healing or literally breaking out of the box. It means build your structure. So wanting to take flight would be rebuilding your structure. Who or what is the wind beneath my wings? And like I said, mouse is interesting because it often means family and someone very close to you, because mice or mouse are extremely clever, smart, and very family orientated. So again, the who would be family. The what would tell me start small, so think big. What clips your wings? Anyone who tries to dominate, control you. Lion's beautiful as a leadership if you're looking in career and such. But when we're talking about healing there, a lion can tell me people who try and tell you what to do all the time. And it's almost like, say you got a best friend and they're saying, oh, do this and do that, and no, you need to that, or go and meditate, or see this counsellor, or do whatever. There would tell me that's actually holding you back because it's not allowing you yourself to grow. So obstacles you've got is the anchor, and anchor as an obstacle's there literally where you feel stuck in the mud, and it's almost like your feet are buried in the mud and you're trying to lift each foot out of the mud, but then you're stepping back into the mud. So the obstacles there would tell me we need to get you unstuck. Future, you've got eagle, beautiful as far as healing, because again, eagle means take flight, regain your power back. And it's almost like you be the one in leadership, not somebody else telling you what to do. Advice with cherries is nice because it means you don't have to focus on one area of your life. Cherries is like a bit like Crossroads in Lenormand, and it literally is you've got two choices. And the beauty with cherries is it doesn't matter whether you choose choice A or choice B, both are equally sweet. But it does mean you have more than one option. So, outcome with the peacock, stand tall, fan those tail feathers. Literally, like I often say with a peacock, strut your stuff. It's like wave your tail feathers to those naysayers when I look at that. So peacock, like I said, strut your stuff, stand to attention, and it's like, who cares? Because when you've got them tail feathers displayed, no one can see the shit that's gone on behind you. So hold your head high, be proud. So, profoundly special relationship with your son, Cheryl. Okay, let's go back here. Right, and I'm just grabbing. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Good. So, I'll just cover that up. Basis of the subject. Actions moving forward, strengths to tap into, outcome there. So relationship there with son, look, I'm not sure, maybe he's gone reluctant contact and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm a parent of adult children, and all this, I'll get into this, but all this social media shit where children are blaming the parents for every of their wrongdoings and every trouble in their own life. They're not being accountable and such. And it's all over TikTok and Instagram about the whole no contact with parents and families. And maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned or a bit harsh. It's like, you're an adult, get your shit together. So, but come back to you as a reading. The basis of the subject, you got house, which means family structure. And when I look at that again, would tell me there may be some issues there that he's got, and he's looking at this and say, is there support? Is there the family structure that he's needing? It's interesting, Angel is a challenge, because Angel is never negative, and yet angels come up here as a challenge. And when I look at that, I would say, what is the challenge? Two things. He is probably not looking or thinking of higher self, but you also need to look and think, I have done the very best in this relationship. And it's like, remove the guilt, remove the negatives, remove the blame as such when I see this. I'm actually just going to draw another one. What do we got? Lion. Be strong. It's funny because lion is masculine energy, which tells me he may be a little overpowering and it's upsetting your soul, your divine spirit, your course in life. Actions moving forward. Cain actually is really nice because this tells me support where you need it. Now, I don't know the best of the situation, that's fine, don't have to put it here in public. But Cain, when we're talking about relationships, often comes up like a counsellor as such, because it means you are the one who needs some support network, more so than probably what your son does. So don't be afraid, even if it's the things like the online chat things where you can post anonymous and stuff like that, because they would tell me you need a bit of cradling with love. You need a bit of support. Strengths to tap into, the dog there. Know that you've always been approachable. Know that you've always been loyal to him as mum to son. And again, tap into that beautiful, friendly, compassionate side of you. Outcome as key is actually really nice. It does tell me the relationship will build again, and key is open the door. So I would look at this as actually quite positive, but the challenge there is, again, don't accept blame, don't accept anything that's thrown at you in guilt, because you've given them the best structure as a mum and moving forward. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Yeah. Who we got? Oh, thank you, Simone. It's lovely to see you here. Like I said, I'm just using my book today and my coins. My coins, like I said, my personal ones, I have cat ears because I'm a bit of a mad cat lady. But the actual coins have a clock back because not everybody is a mad cat lover like me. So you can use these again with charms. Also with cards that you can do. I've got charms. Where am I? Oops. So it's actually made of a material. So this is my charm bucket. And that's my tea pendulum, which I just adore. Look at that. It's actually got tea leaves in it. And my brother makes these. And I set the tea and stuff in the cast. He does all the turning, like on a wood turner and a metal lathe. And he also makes the brass structure, and the brass goes all the way through them, so it's a really good weight. And the brass is actually reclaimed brass from like garden taps or garden faucets if you're in the US. So, and then I beaded it with Swarovski crystals. So, but these books are printed on, it's a matte board, and it's actually called anti-scuff. So anti-scuff means we can cast directly on it and it doesn't scratch. And the only way that would scratch, and that's if you literally ground the charms into the pages. But you can cast over and over and over them, and it's really good stuff. Yeah, so, but you can use them with charms. You can also use them with cards. Where's my little cards? So, You can use them with cards. So, and you can either lay them over if you want, or what I saw another lady do in our Facebook group, she had and laid her 2 cards here, like there's those, and she just laid them on that side, and that way you've got your reading. So you can use them with cards or charms, yeah. So, which is nice and easy to use. So, like I said, you can use them with any tools, stones, bones, runes, charms, cards. Doesn't make any difference. Even if you have really big oracle cards, same thing. You can just flick a page and lay out your cards. So, which is really handy to do. And if you can, they're also really good if you want to create your layouts, because you might think, oh, I like that question, and I like that question, and I like that question, and you can literally bring all of those and create your own spreads. So it's almost like endless possibilities that you can do. So hi Sandra, the Quiet Hour, lovely to see you here. If you're wanting a reading, let me know. Sandra, can we have a reading? Will I get the hang of this new platform you're working at? Okay, all right. Let's have a look. I'm just going to do a flick. All right, okay. Oh, it's about career. All right, let's have a look at this. So actually, I'll have the book out. Let me zoom there so you can see all of that. And I'll use my little cards. Will this career move help me grow? What skills? Okay, so we've got 3 cards there. That's for these. And we've got 2 there. Well, actually, when you see a man or a person card, sorry, I'm going to layer that and I'll explain why. So, will this career help me grow? Well, we're talking about your platform. So, will the platform help you grow? Playing cards there actually is very good because it tells me you hold the winning hand. Playing cards literally mean, everyone thinks gambler, but cards mean use your strategies in order to grow. And there would tell me think analytical mind rather than, oh shit, I'm never going to get this and all the rest of it. Because there I would look at it and say, allow the analytical part of your brain to help you win. Boot here, what skills are required that I'm unaware of? Boot there would tell me it may be something in a totally different direction that you are not used to. Boot means put in the effort. So skills there, I wouldn't turn around and say you have to have major skill set there, because a boot there means you'll always achieve if you put in the effort. What do you have to offer? You've got clock, which tells me dedication and time. Clock is a good thing because it means literally longevity that you can do, because a clock is often ticking and everyone thinks short term, but time moves forward. So what do you have? You can offer progression. And it's interesting you've got these 3 about what can you offer is progression, because it means here strategy, your smarts in how you analyse things, your effort that you put in, and progression of moving forward. What steps would make my life more meaningful? We talk about a program, so what steps would make your life easier as such? When we see a person card, male in T symbology literally means stand in your power, because back in the 17th century, they all only ever thought men were the ones with initiative and skills and so on. Us as females, we didn't matter as long as we had all these babies and God knows what. But man there would tell me steps that would make your life easier would tell me step into your power. Literally think outside the box. And I layered it because it is a person card. And a lantern over there would tell me, show your positive light. Lantern is safe journey. It is a light source. So it literally means show your positive energy that you have. And again, show your light, your beautiful bright side. Outcome or advice, ring here would tell me you'll succeed in this. But just add your strategy, think about it in the more positive attitude there, that you can progress through this, because ring is beautiful. It means you are an important part. You are valuable. You are precious. Like I said, always remember, you are the diamond and the gold. You're not the brass and the zirconia. So always remember that. Yeah. So, any hidden strengths or gifts you should embrace. So, let me have a look. Hang on, I'll do a shuffle. I'm just doing a quickie shuffle. Little shuffle. Right. Okay, let's have a look. So you can see my bald head on top. Any strengths or gifts? No, I'm going to try another one. Right, let's go down, right down the bottom. What area of my life? I'm just thinking of something that's more appropriate. Let's look at this one. Okay, basis of the situation, negatives, positive. What area needs some changes, and how can you attract more passion around you? Hidden strengths and gifts. Right, basis, on my flip, I've got it upside down. So, basis of the situation, negatives, positives, what area needs some change, and how you can attract more. Yeah, it's got love and passion, but let's look at the good things. How can we attract more good around you? Basis situation, you've got the bells there. Bells is often a symbol where there's lots of people. It does mean shout outs. So it can be, yes, sometimes you may feel a little overwhelmed in larger numbers of people. And bells is there, it's like almost too much is going on. It's like too much white noise is interfering in your life. Negative aspects, again, you've got fish, which would tell me it's overcrowding. It's almost like too many input is making you feel suffocated. Your positive is umbrella, which again, remember, you are protected in this life. And umbrella is a beautiful symbol that means you and only the chosen few are the protected species, because umbrella is shelter from minor problems and shelter from minor storms. What area needs some changes? Hat there would tell me respect and honour. Now, I don't mean you respecting other people. Hat literally means where other people show you respect and you honour for who you are and what you do. How can you attract more patience? Start visualising the dreams, because mermaid is the illusion. And when we want to attract more good to you, it literally means focus on the dreams. And in the old days, people would say, start a vision board where you'd cut out all your photos or save Pinterest boards and stuff like that. But a modern day version of that is literally save images of your dreams, your wishes, and that could be a car, it could be a house, it could be a love, so it could be just a heart and so on. But what you're doing now is you're grabbing clips, then you're just going to whack it all into a video editing app, and you're going to piece all these clips of your dreams that you want, added music to it of something that you really love. It could be classical piano, it could be meditative music and stuff. But your big thing is, I really want you to do, and it goes for everybody here, is grab your clips, watch it every single day. Every single morning you get up while you're brushing your teeth, hit your phone, play that video, because it's like the visualization instead of the old days of sticking it all on your fridge or a vision board. Play that video, even if it's 1 minute video with all these dreams and wishes and clips, and allow it to take, because you'll be really surprised what manifests when you are listening and slowly changing all your views in your subconscious level. So I hope that helps a little bit. So, well, I think I'll wrap that up. I've been on here 50 minutes, so I know I'm going to be really parched. I know that sounds really old-fashioned, doesn't it? And then I'll start losing my voice. So, and I've got clients in all day tomorrow, so I can't lose my voice. I'm stuffed. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. my books and products can be at tealeafreader.com. Not readings, it's tealeafreader, READER.com. And on my website, there are actually cheaper prices than what the Etsy store is, because Etsy's a nightmare to deal with. So I'm slowly migrating everything across, so the website is a better place for you to go. So, but thanks everybody for joining me, and it's been so good. And big shout out to you, Wilma Wilson, if you're seeing her in the chat. Wilma is one of my main admins in the Facebook group we have. I know a couple of people here. Annie Hicks is a reader, spiritual medium as well. I'm not sure of some of the other guys, but yeah, it's been really good to see you all here to join me. I'm trying to get a little more routine with these, so you'll get to see my ugly dial as well as what I do. So, but thanks everybody for joining me, and I hope you all have a good day or a good evening wherever you are.